Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Do I kind of look like a floating head? It's now 20 to 6 in the morning and I'm about to do my makeup. However, I received a really exciting package yesterday and I wanted to unbox it and use it to do my makeup today to do a first impressions review. Now, I have no affiliation with the company, I purchased it with my own money. The product is, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, the Enchanted by JL makeup brush set, the fairy ones. I'm actually going to discuss the buying process for a few minutes because I found it really strange. I saw that Joanne said that they would be in stock, I think at 7 p.m. last week some evening, and I sat down at my laptop at like 10 to 7 with my cup of tea ready to buy these brushes, and I was like, I can't believe I'm sitting down to refresh the page, but sure, look, I did it. And literally from about 5 to 7 until 20 past 7 I refreshed the page every 5 or 6 seconds, and they never came back in stock for me. The website did not crash for me, however they never came back in stock, and then all of a sudden I saw some updates from Joanne to say that they had sold out, and I was like, how is that even possible? They didn't even come back in stock for me. So I found that really strange. I was really bummed out, but I thought whatever, I'll get them at another point. Next thing Joanne said, they were scrambling to get more stock together, and at about 8 p.m. that same evening they came back in stock onto a couple of pharmacy websites. I bought these from one of the pharmacies, I can't remember which one, and they've been in stock ever since. So I found that really strange that they were suddenly out of stock and then back in stock 45 minutes later, and there's been no problem with stock since. What do you think of that? I was very, very confused by that whole process. So I decided to bite the bullet, buy myself the set of brushes. I'm not gonna lie, the price point I did feel was a little bit high for a starter makeup kit. However, for a set of vegan friendly brushes, if they're really good, I would be delighted to have paid it. So let's jump straight in because this could be a long one. I'm gonna start with how they arrived. I was expecting a little more. For €100 I would have expected them to be a little bit nicer boxed maybe, but sure, look, we'll see what the inside is like. I haven't opened these, so let's crack these babies open. Okay, so now they're in a Fastway standard bag. Ooh. And here they are. The lights are going to show really badly. So this is what it comes in, plastic bag with the bronze colour star. Okay, I was hearing a few things about the packaging saying it was a little bit lacking, but actually this is pretty much exactly what I expected. So when it comes to the star, it's just, it feels like a plastic, and this is the brush case, and obviously this is Joanne's tag on the front with all the brushes. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 brushes in here, and you know what, if they're all really good I'll be delighted. €100 is a small price to pay for a really good set. So let's open this baby up. Okay, I've got a strap. I don't know why I would want a strap to this, but however. And the brushes are inside just like so, and just to show you, that's the inside. Not gonna lie, this is a pretty huge and cumbersome bag for a short handle set of brushes, and I probably won't ever be using this aspect of it, but I mean, for younger people that might be really nice. I really like the colour of the handles. So here we are. I'm going to go through them one by one, starting with the biggest one. This is the foundation brush, I believe. It's embarrassing if it's not. Yeah, it should be. The handle is plastic, I believe. I thought it might be wooden. It's definitely not wooden. The ferrules are like a copper rose gold colour, and the bristles, they do feel very, very soft. They're white that fade to like a peachish, orangish tip, and that definitely does feel very, very soft, especially for a synthetic hair. So far I'm impressed. Powder brush, which looks like this. Again, soft. Might be a tiny bit flimsy, but we'll have to apply powder with that to see exactly how it goes. Blush brush. Feels nice. Again, for a synthetic brush, it's probably one of the softer ones I've felt. I like that there's a contour brush in here. I have one that I really like at the moment, so this will be good. It's definitely not as dense as the one I like, but we'll see how it goes with that today. A highlighter brush, I was especially excited to try this one. That feels very, very, very soft. Very soft. And now the thing I have been struggling with for so long is finding good vegan friendly eye makeup brushes that aren't scratchy or stiff. So here's to hoping. So this, I suppose, is what is like an equivalent to the 217 brush from MAC. Yeah, that feels pretty promising. That feels like animal hair. We have like an angle shadow brush like this. Again, quite soft. Would be a little bit stiffer, I'd say, than the fluffy blending. Another blender, feels nice. This is probably a lip brush. Now they would most often be synthetic anyway, so that feels fairly standard. A shading brush. I would say the bristles on this are a little bit shorter than I would like for a shading brush. Again, we'll play it by ear. An angled brush for the likes of liner or brows. It's different than what I'm used to. And then an angled liquid eyeliner brush. First impressions are definitely really, really good. Let's start applying some makeup with them now, shall we? I'm going to start with foundation. This is the Inglot YSM foundation. And I'm going to use that foundation brush just to buff that into the skin. Okay, that feels very, very nice. Okay, that has definitely buffed in the foundation really well. As you can see, the bristles are very stained already, but I mean, that is to be expected. Yeah, I like how that's buffing in the foundation. This is giving me a gorgeous finish. And it's doing a good job of buffing into the skin as opposed to letting the product sit on the skin. Okay, I'm really, really happy with how that applied. Genuinely really happy. Next for concealer, I'm just going to use the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. Just put concealer all around the middle of my face basically. And I'm wondering, should I use this brush to buff it out? It seems kind of small. I'm going to go back in with the foundation brush actually and just kind of stamp the concealer in and see how we go. Okay, that seems to be working quite well. I am going to say, so far, this beats all of my other synthetic foundation brushes. Does it beat my Beauty Blender? Probably not. But as for all of my other foundation brushes, so far this is the winner. Really, really impressed. And it's buffing my concealer beautifully as well. I need to powder my skin now, and I'm going to be using this brush that I thought might be a little bit flimsy, but again, we'll have to see. I am going to use the Too Faced Primed and Poreless powder just to dust some gently over my face. Okay, so I'm just going to take a tiny bit of the powder and dust it. Do you know what, actually, because the brush is so flimsy, it feels like weightless on the skin. But yet it's still applying powder perfectly. And you know what, the fact that it's flimsy, it means it's not disturbing the foundation underneath or the concealer. I'm happy with that. Next, I need to add some contour to this face, and I'm going to use the contour brush and my Catrice Prime and Fine Professional Contouring Palette, which is what I've been using for a while now and I really like it. Just going to dip it in. Again, this is a little bit more flimsy than the one I'm used to using, but we'll see if we can carve out some cheekbones. Okay, this is, yeah, I don't like this as much as the one I have been using, which is the Freedom one. It's more stiff and dense. Whereas this one, the brushes kind of splay when they reach this, when they make contact with the skin. It still got the job done for sure. I'm just going to buff that out now with the powder brush and whatever powder is left remaining on it. Next, for blush, I've got high hopes for this brush because it feels perfect, and I'm going to be using the EX1 Cosmetics Pretty in Peach, which is a gorgeous peach colour. Isn't that fab? I'm just going to take a tiny bit of that, tap off the excess and pop some onto my cheeks. Wow, that is peachy. I should have mentioned this blush is extremely pigmented, so I have had trouble working with it previously. But this brush seems to have no problem dispersing it and without looking too crazy. For highlighting, the brush I was really excited for, I'm going to be using this and of course my holy grail, which is the Goddess of Love from, or the Goddess of Faith highlighter from Goddess of Love, which is Freedom. I'm just going to take a little bit of that highlighter and just pop it on my cheekbones. Gorge. That brush actually seems to blend the highlight as well as applying it, which is a good thing. Impressed. Now, here's where the challenge lies, and that is eye brushes. It's so hard to find good synthetic eye brushes. I'm going to zoom you right in so you can see what I'm doing. Now I'm going to start off with my eyebrows, and I'm going to apply those using the angled liner brush and just a warm brown colour. Okay, first time I've encountered a problem. I have to reach for my own spoolie because there was no spoolie in this kit. I feel like a spoolie is such a cheap addition. It would have been a nice addition to this makeup kit to make it more complete. There you go. Eyebrows on. I would say this was a decent brush, but I definitely have ones that I prefer. I'm very particular about my eyebrow brushes though, so just bear that in mind. I'm just going to set my brows now with some brow gel. This is the Essence Make Me Brow. Now for eyeshadows, I'm just going to be using the Lorac Pro palette. I've been kind of reaching for this a little bit more lately. Every time I wear it I get loads of compliments on my eyeshadow, so let's hope today is no exception. I'm going to start with this kind of larger angled brush, and I'm going to pop just some transition colour into my crease very, very lightly. I'm going to use this mauve colour here, very, very gently. I'm going to tap off most of the excess, and I'm just going to pop that in as a transition colour across my eyelid. This feels very, very soft and very like animal hair. So feeling wise, this feels excellent, and it seems to be dispersing the colour really, really well also. Okay, I'm really happy with how that placed the colour. Next I'm going to take the Enchanted version of the 217, and I'm going to pop a little bit of a darker colour, and I'm going to use Sable here, and I'm just going to put that into the crease as well, but a little bit more concentrated. Bit like a cut crease, I suppose. Again, this feels very, very soft. I actually really like the length of the brush handles as well. I heard they were really, really short, but I'm a fan. Now I'm going to go back to this and blend that out. Fabulous. Now I'm going to take that shading brush, which I thought was a little bit short, and I'm going to take some of the champagne colour mixed with nude, so these two colours mixed, and I'm going to pop that all over the eyelid. Okay, yeah, I definitely think this is a little bit short, but it's definitely packing on the colour nicely. It's just I'd like it if it was a little bit more, like if the bristles were a little longer. It also does pack a lot of pigmentation on, so I'd say if you were applying like a pigment or a glitter, this would be a really good brush to use. And now going back to that 217 style brush, I'm just going to take the espresso colour here. I'm just going to deepen the outer V a little bit just by stamping that colour in. And again back into this Big Bertha to blend out. Okay lads, really happy so far with the eye brushes. This is looking good. This is looking good. I'm really happy. I'm going to go back in with that brow pencil or brow brush, and I'm going to just pop a tiny bit of that espresso colour just into my lash line to give the illusion of wearing liner. Okay, yeah, I definitely prefer this much more for liner than I do for brows. And there doesn't seem to be like a really nice pencil brush for underneath the lash line, so I'm going to go in with this angled guy and a tiny bit of the sable colour just to put a little bit underneath the lash line. Okay, that worked nicely. I'm going to curl my lashes, put on my mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. There are two brushes I haven't used. One is the bent eyeliner brush. I won't be using that today. And one is the lip brush. I won't be using this for my lips. However, I'll be using it to pop a tiny bit of highlight on the inner corner of my eye. I know, not its use, but feck it. Just like so. Just to bring some brightness to the inner corner because yo girl be tired. I'm actually not going to apply lip product today because my lips are so dry, and I'm going to back you out of my face. Okay, so bar one, the eyeliner brush, I have used all of Enchanted by JL Fairy Wands today to do my makeup, and I have to say I am so impressed I'm so glad I took the plunge and bought the brushes. If they had been lacking, I'd have been really disappointed because €100, well, I think they're €90 plus €9 shipping, something like that. So €90 is a lot of money to spend on a set of brushes, but honestly, I feel like you definitely can get a nice full face using just these brushes, plus a spoolie, of course. Let me know what you think of how my makeup turned out. It's nothing extravagant. I'm on my way out the door to work, so obviously I can't be doing like a full bead face. But yeah, I'm really happy. I will update you and let you know how I feel I go with the brushes once they're washed and used a couple of times. So yeah, so far really impressed with the fairy ones. I have an interest in vegan brushes. I need some because I'm transferring all of my brushes over to vegan versions. I basically have no animal hair brushes left at the moment. So yeah, these are definitely a welcome addition to my collection. I'm really glad I got them. Did you get a set? What do you think? I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye! Mwah.